What's funny comedy?
Yo, you not in our lane, so quit acting like we rockin' the same. What's funny comedy podcast? Are you not entertained? It's time to man up. My live people, put your hands up. From improvisations to stand up, we band up. These haters overheated. We going undefeated. Sit downs and live interviews is what the culture needed. A new monopoly for black comedy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the What's Funny Today show. I'm your host, Mila. You know, I got to start off with shouting out my homegirl, Mindy B, that holds down this seat with me. Make sure you follow her on Instagram. Got to start off by showing you all some love because that's what you all show us. Thank you so much for all of your likes, subscribing to the YouTube, the Instagram. We definitely love hearing from you. Make sure you keep that up for all of the episodes. Let us know how you feel, what you want us to talk about, and who should we have on the show in future episodes. And so with that, the What's Funny Today show covers everything in comedy, urban comedy, on stage, behind the scenes, and online. And we have a really great guest for you today. But before we introduce him, got to shout out the creator of the What's Funny Today show and one half of the What's Funny Comedy Festival that is coming up. My boss, he's fly, Mr. Knowledge Beckham.
Thank you, Mila. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You look good in that peach. What's that, peach pink?
Yeah, shout out to... Damn, if I can't shout him out if I can't remember his name. But it's my man who got
he know who his name is.
The joint. He gonna know it's my shit, so right, yeah.
Tag him in the post.
Appreciate it.
The most underrated comic out of Chicago. He's a funny guy, comedian Sean Morgan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right term.
What do you should I use something else?
Underrated.
We're updated.
Understated, maybe.
We can get into
understated.
it.
Yeah, understated more than underrated. Nobody be like, Sean, suck.
I like that. Understated, not underrated. All right.
Word.
Comedian Sean Morgan. All right. And then this guy, his resume is pretty impressive. He's a comedian, a TV writer, and the founder of Under the Radar Comedy.
And a dope comedy
And a dope
comedy show,
yeah.
right? So comedian Dave Helem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Appreciate the pull up, boy.
Thank you, man.
My
Absolutely.
guy.
Yes, sir.
I saw you on stage the other day.
Yeah.
Do you come through Chicago often?
No, I feel like the more I come through Chicago, the more people think that I'm not doing okay, and I don't like that. Like, this is just my city, man. Like, that's
you come home.
That's how fucked up our mindset is. Like, you gotta leave here to be great. No, man, come back here, recharge your battery. This is probably like my entire premise for this entire episode is that Chicago is amazing, and I'm so sick of people feeling like unless you have to leave. And the reason I left because I got a writing job in LA. Doing writing shit, and there are not the union jobs that can bring me the money that I need to make in my life. So I had to go to LA to do it. But if you are a straight stand-up right now, and you want to like get big on stand-up, Chicago is just the incubator for you.
Okay. So in your opinion as a writer, is it harder to make 300 people in an audience laugh or those 8 writers in the writing room? What do you think?
Oh, the 8 writers in the writer's room, absolutely. Man, this is going to be a fun time. Comedians are not necessarily like welcomed in writers' rooms a lot of times because everybody's trying to get their shit off. All you really are trying to do in a writer's room is make the showrunner make you feel valuable and be like, oh man, he got some good ideas or she got some good ideas, right? But comics is our superpower. A lot of times we just don't give a fuck. And we just go off the top. And those people who are like the writers, they be like, well, A plus B equals C. And like, it's just like, they just be kind of coming with like real deep energy and thoughts. And I know plenty of comics who are just like, man, I don't care. I'm just going to shoot some shit out. And they be like, I love that. I love that nigga energy that you have.
What you call it?
And oh my God, put that in the bottle. We're using that, And it's just a different, because it's so many people who went to Harvard and like Ivy League schools. And this is what, I'm so smart. And then you just have these comics who just don't give a fuck. And I think that's a very like interesting dynamic in writing.
Is it a formula in the writing room, like no more than 2 comics? Have you noticed that in LA?
No, not really. I think it's just like whenever like y'all watch sports, right? Like, Like when so Ben Johnson is the new coach of the Chicago Bears, right?
Right.
They got rid of the old coach and all his people. They just bring in whoever they feel comfortable with. So it don't matter who it is as long as they make the person who is the head writer, the showrunner, keep their job. Because the turnover is so high, they would be stupid to not bring in people that would make the person who is the H and I C look good. Like if you're not doing that, there's a very short window to be successful. Like, if they're not doing well, they will replace that person in the middle of a season. And he will never, ever, or she will never, ever get to even see their show come out because they got fired before the show came out.
So what have you done to keep your job and stay in the writing room?
I think that funny, just knowing my strength as bringing like, oh, you said that, let's do this. That'll be funnier what if, but you can't be an asshole. I remember my first time, I was working on Rel's show. Lil Rel show. Shout out to Lil Rel. 2018, he had a show on Fox called Rel. It was my first writer's room. And somebody pitched something. I said, that shit ain't funny. And she said, well, Dave, you have a better option? I said, no. But I know as a comedian, that's not funny. She said, Dave, come here. She said, if you want to work in this industry, don't you ever say no shit like that again. I was like,
That was another writer or
that was
showrunner?
Danielle Sanchez, who was like she runs the what's Michelle Buteau's show, Survival of the Thickest.
Oh, yes,
Oh, I love that
right?
shit too.
And Danielle said, Helem. She said, Helem. She didn't say Dave, she said, Helem. That's not how we do things out here in this industry. She said, if you want to keep working out here, you have to lift up, not tear down. I was like, oh, I'm used to Chicago niggas just hate on me. I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
call a spade a spade. How many writing rooms have you been in, Dave?
I was hood adjacent. 2017 was I moved out there with James Davis for Comedy Central.
Okay.
And there was Rel,
Right.
2018. There was Lab Tracks, where I was the writer consultant for season 2. Raven-Symoné for Fox and season 4. And then Rap Shit season 2 with Issa Rae and Sarita Singleton, who went out to write One of Them Days. So I guess 5.
5. Okay. Sean, have you ever been in a writer's room
Um,
or worked on a project from a writing perspective?
yeah, I like lower scale kind of, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But I've been on multiple sets, like, you know, help punch and stuff.
Have
like
you ever gotten-
Marlon show and
Have
different
you ever gotten like, and you don't mention it, but I'm saying like people be like, hey, because union is like, that's a lot of money to say, I can hire you as a writer, but to say, hey, I just got some bread for you to like come and punch up some shit. Like,
Yeah.
just take this little money.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does that mean to punch something up?
You read it and you just add like your own little spin or twist or, you know,
Like you said this,
like
but you
make
should
it
have
a little
said
better.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's,
Well, I would've
it's
said
a critique. Like a little, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've been on a few sets and, you know, did that kind of stuff and I learned politics even in that. Like it was people doing warm-ups and I was like, oh, this seemed like a cool job. And somebody, I won't say who it was, pulled me to the side like, you don't never want to be the warm-up nigga. I was like, what's wrong with the warm-up?
Like the
nigga?
practice team, the practice
They
squad.
was like, you don't want to be the warm-up
And
nigga.
Sean Morgan, you are correct.
Yeah,
Because-
I thought it was fly. Like that.
No, man, this
They
is,
was like, nigga, you never want to be the warm-up nigga.
but they're wrong.
Yeah.
Like that warm up, I worked on Raven-Symoné. That warm up paid $5,000 a week. Nigga, I would warm the shit out of anything. A hot pocket.
Yeah, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
What are we
So,
talking
like,
about? What are we talking about?
But what is so I'm not a comedian, right? So and a lot of people that watch the show may or may not. What is a warm up?
You're the person who gets the crowd hype. You come out before everybody comes out. You,
Live audience.
Yeah, live
For
audience.
taping.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Like-
So like when you shooting something, comic view or live sitcom or something like that, it's a person to come out there and be like, "Hey, everybody, come on, clap! Goddamn it, you son of a bitches!" And they get paid for that. So I thought it was cool, and then
Made
I
me
learned
laugh
from
right now.
people, and they was like, "If you become," so what I was told, and you've been out there longer than me, but I was told to stay away from it because if you become the warm up, that's what you become. And there's no advancement.
Man.
And that's what I was told. And I don't know different. So when people kind of tell me certain shit, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to listen to what the fuck this nigga telling me because, you know, especially if it's a friend.
I told y'all this gonna be a good ass episode.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Is it a cue that your career is on a downfall? Like somebody said, like if
I
comedians start doing
just think
cruises,
it's spinning,
that's when you
your
know
tires
like they're on their
spinning
way
is
out.
it was, you could go ahead, but how it's explained to me is your tires are spinning.
Got it.
Like once you the warm up nigga, you the warm up nigga. Like you try to audition for a part, they be like, "Shut up, warm up nigga." Like that's how it's explained to me. Now it could be very much wrong, but that's how it's explained to me.
Man,
because I was curious, and they was like, "Yo,
one of the greatest quote unquote warm up niggas is Louis Dix. Louis Dix is a legend that started with Robin Harris in L.A. I did this event for Chris Spencer to give him his flowers at the Gathering Spot in Los Angeles maybe like a month ago. And I didn't have Louis on the show. And Chris said, Dave, Louis is here. You cannot give me my flowers without having Louis come up and talk. So it's kind of like you can have what people say to you as comics, but then I hate saying this, but the people who actually like are working in that kind of like matter in that space of like their opinions are like, nah, I still respect this person so much more than the person who would never take this role because he did what he did to keep working in LA. And I just think that that's a very like egotistical stance for people who live out there who are not even on that level to say those things. Like you can't teach me how to do it if you ain't doing it. And there's so much advice like that in LA. But I'm just like, nigga, I appreciate you, but what do you do? Like you show up at these clubs, you're not even booked, but you just like, I'm just like the voice of comedy. Like shut the fuck up, bro. Like you just be here.
Y'all do give each other unsolicited advice often.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you friends with somebody, you know what I'm saying, you try to help them along. I don't know if you do that.
It's so much jealousy in that though, Sean. As you know, people just giving you advice.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
That's not arrogant. That's not you being arrogant at all.
Dave,
How's that being arrogant?
No, I'm
let's
just
do
saying,
this,
like,
bro.
it's not.
So I felt like I was around. When did you start?
2009.
Right. So yeah. So I'm around that time.
Yeah.
I think it's really your path is interesting, right? When I was talking to our producer of mine about what I know of your path, it's interesting from my perspective, right? Now, I think I talked about you before in an earlier episode.
Yeah, you did.
I still remember the Precious joke, right? Because that was your joke.
I had one joke.
That was the
my
joke.
Yeah.
And you were a solid comedian, but as I saw you the other day, obviously not there yet. For comedians who are watching, you landed in a writer's room. You've worked on major projects. Kind of talk about your path, and as you look back, how you kind of maneuvered. Did it just happen, or was it somewhat intentional?
Man, if we're being transparent about this show right now, I think I struggle in the space knowledge of like not being accepted. Like I was like too not black for like the niggas. But then like, but I go to the north side and I'm still a nigga, right?
Yeah.
So where do I land in this space? But I never thought I was not funny, but it would just be so much pushback from my community in terms of like who I was on stage. Cause like, I don't know, I come from a school of, I watch Hannibal Buress. And niggas be like, oh, he ain't funny. I'm like, bro, this is hilarious to me.
Right.
Like, I don't know cause you can't write. You can't read. like you
calling people illiterate.
Right.
Out here bad.
I used to see Hannibal try to do the quote unquote nigga room.
Yeah.
And I would tell him, I was like, bro, this ain't your lane, but you too smart for the room. You know what I'm saying? And I would sit down and sit back and really kind of talk to him about. I was like, when you find your lane, you're gonna be good. And then he found his lane. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah,
y'all missed my joke. I said a little unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
But
Ryan brought that up on another episode, right?
Yeah.
Like one of the misconceptions of being a black comic is that you're not black enough.
Yeah.
Right? Or you have to be a certain kind of way to be an urban comic. But we're so
get back to that, Dave, because I saw it, right? I remember I had Hannibal out at Outriggers, and I remember some people in the front, I don't know, they were just sitting there like this, and this is like at Hannibal's height. And I'm like, damn, you're kind of embarrassing me because my man kills it. He in the back of the fish house doing a solid.
Do me a favor, right?
And you hear like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the worst $20 you spent. And this is the cheapest this man will ever work for. So
I told you about this, man. We being fully transparent. Remember you had to join the Rose Bowl? It was like on out west. It was a Thursday night spot in the bottom of like a bowling alley or something like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't care where you had it. I was like, I'm gonna be there, right? And I came from work, I had my khakis on. You said Davy boy. You can't wear no shit like that up there, right? And
Yeah,
I was like,
bro.
nigga, why not? I like khakis, right?
Still do.
I got big thighs, man. Like I'm not trying to be out here in no tight ass jeans. Just and then my jeans rip because my thigh. Anyway, that's too much. But just know that if I want to be relaxed, I'm gonna be relaxed. But you know who made me feel good? I remember I did your show. Vanessa Fraction came up to me and she said, "Man, you got some good ass jokes." She said, "Man, you funny." She said, "I don't care what the crowd says." She said, "I can just tell you like to." And I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah.
Thank you. But then I also had another comedian because I had a pea coat on. I was had jokes notes one night, and I felt fresh. I was like,
mentioning bad outfits, though.
no, that nigga, it's
I'm
not
joking,
a bad
bro.
outfit.
Like, solid. Yeah, no doubt.
I'm fly now. Fuck y'all. Like, you see this cop mustache? Hey, right?
The cop mustache is fucking.
I remember there was a comedian. I will even. It was Baldhead. Baldhead said, "Hey," he said, "Hey man, take the Antoine Fisher peacoat back to the north side. We don't wear that shit on here." And I was like, ugh. So I went to the mall. And I said, "You know what? I'm gonna buy some jeans." And I bought the jeans. Like nigga jeans have flaps on them, like
Rhinestone for niggas.
like 3D pants, like white pants just have a pocket. Nigga jeans have a tongue that comes out on the back. What? So I went to River Oaks. You know, like when you buy like the True Religions or the samurai joints, the back of the jeans. When you unbutton it, the jean can come out like that. Like
I ain't got no budget.
But
I get you.
Bro, listen.
It's like 2010.
This
Nigga,
nigga making me feel old as fuck because I have no idea what you talking about. A button on the back of what?
like even with
The
you.
pocket or the
back of the so you never had True Religions, but even with True Religion, like the back of the pocket has a flap that you
Right.
that you can like
Oh,
button.
yeah.
Right, okay.
The bottom of your
Right,
joint.
that's what I was saying too. I was like,
on the back.
Oh, okay.
For
The
sure.
flap, right? So I went and bought these fucking jeans with these flaps on the back with like samurais, like and bedazzled jeans in the back, like heavy jeans because it got rhinestones on the back, right? On like 47s between the green light and King. And I was like, I need
But if
this.
the worst area to go grab, I'm gonna fit in and around this.
That's
My
so
jeans were
bad.
so heavy, right? And because I was like, I need to be like
Trying to fit in.
And then was like, I had a manager, like which was some bullshit at the time, and he was like, Dave Helem, no, you need a black name. And he's I'm gonna call you Davy Boy. I said, why am I Davy Boy? He said, because I got another artist called Baby Boy, and I just felt like I could have Baby Boy and Davy Boy together as a tandem. And I was like,
Horrible management.
no, I was like, yeah, let's do that.
Oh,
right? So,
you agreed.
so I didn't know who I was.
Oh,
you know what I'm
okay.
saying? So, you know, my journey, like you asked me about, was just really getting to a point of me trying to be accepted. And then I just realized that like I'm enough. Like these people who are talking all this shit to me probably have their own insecurities that they don't want to deal with.
Yeah.
So I started doing my own thing. I said, you know, I'm gonna be Dave Helem. And then, you know, actually I made the decision. This is gonna sound kind of fucked up. Because I was trying to stand on the South Side with the shows I was doing. But I had an epiphany. I was like, man, you're not really getting no looks if you are only exclusive to the South Side. Like you have to be in these rooms at Laugh Factory, Zany's, comedians you should know. It's like in these white spaces of just like, not only white, but just like, you got to kind of do both because the South Side makes you strong.
Yeah.
The North Side gets you known. So if you can take the energy from the South Side and bring that up and kill with that shit. And I remember I was doing the comedy bar with Rel. Because I was like, me and Rel had a very good relationship where like, we was just riding around doing shows for years. But the first time he brought me to the comedy bar, and it was like a white crowd, I was like, hey, I'm Dave. And Rel was like, nigga, who? You don't talk like that. Like, stop trying to.
Stop pandering to the crowd.
Stop pandering. Just be you. And I was like, yeah, you right. So, but that talent that I feel like I built coming from down south just made me like really better. And I just wish more comics would realize that. Like, get strong on the South Side, but also whoop that ass and be smart on the North Side with the same stuff.
So Dave, you know, I want to jump in here and ask you, so how does someone get a writing job? How does a comedian specifically get themselves into a writer's room in LA or anywhere for that fact?
That's an easy answer. I feel like it's two facets to that. One is talent, relationships, right? So, for example, I wouldn't have a writer's job at all if I didn't have people who could help me be in a writer's room. So, like I mentioned, Rel was a big part of my journey, and people would clown me because I was like drove Rel around as like for
You're
years.
the Dave.
So how you gonna do on me?
I'm sorry.
You heard about this?
No, yes. No, it is a, like I said, I've been in and around. I'm not a comedian, but there are stories that now are starting to make sense as we get guests. I'm sorry for pointing like that too.
No, that was very disrespectful. But we have a group chat in Chicago.
Oh yeah, I'm aware.
It's called the chat. Yes. And then we just put our names, and we don't write our own name. Somebody gives you your name.
Your name.
So my name it says Dave Helem, but it's parentheses Rel's driver. Like for years.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh man, but you remember them years now?
I absolutely remember them years.
Because I lived in the south suburbs. Rel lived in Harvey, and people was like, "Oh man!" But before Rel, I was B. Cole's driver, so I had a history of just being niggas drivers, and I learned so much from B. Cole, from Rel. I knew I just wanted to get it.
I heard
didn't
that part
care.
too.
I was like, I knew I want to be great. I want to be because you're not gonna be great just being around niggas who ain't shit, right? Like I want to be around B. Cole. I want to be around Rel, and I'm gonna learn. I'm also gonna get humble. Cause I'm gonna do shit. It's like a internship for stuff. And Rel, we would go out. And Rel would be hungry, and I'm like, all right, we gonna go to wherever and get some food. I'm tired. I gotta go to school and teach in the morning. I'm getting like 4 hours of sleep a night, but I'm happy because I'm doing I'm learning so much. And I met so many other comics through Rel, from like Tony Rock, who I ended up featuring for years in Chicago and LA, just because I humbled myself and be like, you know what? I just want to be around. I was also fat as hell because I was eating like Chinese food every night. But I was very happy to be around, just learning how to do shit, man.
Sean, so you've known Dave Helem. I'm gonna chill out. You've known him for a while, so I'm curious because everything he's saying is real, and I appreciate that transparency. Even when I was talking to our producer, and again, giving him some of that background, that was a thing. What are your thoughts on like a Dave? I've always told or thought comedians, I don't know, I feel like you all just kind of want to make it one way, the preferred way. And that's not always the way that it goes. What I can appreciate about his journey and his path is real low key. There might be a lot of people that want to trade places because of the types of things he's done, the rooms he's been in, et cetera. And people that might be deemed 10 times funnier, they're not, right? And so what's your perspective as a certified funny joke teller in terms of if you're talking to young folks, do you say, hey, you know what, do it exactly like I did it? Or do you maybe?
No. I knew Dave early. Matter of fact, Dave probably had a pair of shoes in my trunk for 7 months or some shit like that. So I've always been around. I've always been around Dave.
Yeah.
So I think what question you asked, because I mean we hear it in maybe you hear it, maybe you don't, but it's like I'm still out in the. I'm in the trenches and I'm in the rooms.
Yep.
Right. So I hear a little bit of everything from everything. So I think what the question is like, so you have people who moved to LA, right?
Wow.
Like you moved to LA, you did great. Brandy Denise moved to LA, did great. It's certain people that move out there, do great. Then you have other people who move out there who kind of know the same people and they don't do great. Right.
What is great though?
I mean, I'm not gonna put nobody business out there like that, but I know niggas that have moved to LA from Chicago that had to get a job for the first time in 15, 20 years because they're not allotted the same opportunities or they're not granted access or privy to the same rooms. So I think that's kind of what you were kind of hinting at. Because I mean, not popular consensus, but there have been chatters of how certain people do get into these rooms and other people that know the same people don't get into the room. So if you could give any clarity to that, would be.
I'm about to. Absolutely.
Okay, well, I'm just I kind of understood what you were saying.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
I think one thing that I have lacked that people might not see is ego, right? The ego to drive somebody around, to be in the apprentice role, which you don't even know today. I had a job interview today to be a tutor in LA right now. It started at 8 hours a week to be a tutor, and he said, well, I can get you 2 more positions. It's gonna be 31 hours a week because the shit is slow right now in LA to be a writer. So I have to humble myself, and I don't want to do that, but I don't have an option right now. But also I have an interview tomorrow for a big job with a big company, that a writing job. If I get it, I'm gonna call them and say, hey man, I don't need your shit, right? But
Finna lead them kids high and dry.
I mean, I'm sorry. But it's just like what you just gotta do. And I feel like humility and the universe or God, whatever you want to call it, they're willing to just do the work, and you do the work. I just feel like it can't fail if you're really doing it like that. And I just feel like it's so much, even ego. When I come back home, oh God damn it, man. It was a great time on Sunday when I saw you. We did Leon shit at the Laugh Factory.
Right.
And it was just like seeing everybody. But I was kind of feel uncomfortable in some spaces about Chicago comedy in terms of that, because I feel like people just like, you're a big fish in this pond, whether it's small, big, whatever you want to call it. You can be like really like, oh yeah, nigga, this is me. But I'm just like, hey man, how can you challenge yourself to really get to a point where you are truly happy about what you want? Unless you really just want to be here at the Laugh Factory in the green room being like that nigga. And I don't think that's what people really want, you know?
Yeah, I get it. Some people just do comedy for the pussy. Or the I mean, it's just,
a lot
it's
of them
real.
do
Yeah,
comedy for the-
they just if the room is empty, they don't want to go up. If it's a ton of chicks in there, they beg to go up. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get the motivation. I get that factor too.
That's a very accurate description, Sean Moore.
Yeah, I mean, because those are the type of comedians that make me mad. So when I get drawn into certain conversations, because like I was again, I don't like doing the name shit, but I'm like in the VR shit, right? I like the VR, the meta quest shit. Yeah. So I like the games and I do shit. So I was stumbling across in the worlds, right? And I seen Brandy Denise in there.
As you say the name.
Well, no, I'm saying I can say that part.
Oh, okay, all right.
So I seen Brandy Denise, and so we was at a comedy club a couple days after that, and somehow it all kind of came out. And I was like, yeah, you know, Brandy Denise was on the thing, you know what I mean? Like she was on the whole little meta thing, and the comedian's response was like, man, how in the fuck is that lady anywhere? And I was like, damn, bro, like we supposed to be happy that people have made it or got out of certain shit, but I think it's so much inner shit. You got the internet niggas versus
hatred.
the OG niggas. Then you got the niggas who got out of here versus the niggas who can't get out of here. Like it, and I try to stay out of all that shit, to be honest with you, but I still hear it. Do you understand what
The
I'm
word
saying?
is gatekeeping. It's people who are trying to physically just block people from their blessings. So that's all that shit is. Like somebody can say, hey man, because you've been on so much stuff. Like you are a fucking legend in terms of this stuff, to like what I saw. So it's people who might say to this day, well, who the fuck is you, right? And I'm just like, man, put Sean Morgan up toe to toe with another comic who think he better than you. Sean gonna bury you, right? But because of their personality, their ego, their following, even their TV credits are bigger, they feel like, man, I gotta tell a story real quick. I was in, they had a Chicago showcase out in LA at the Laugh Factory, right? Calvin Evans went to town. I mean, he's pound for pound. Calvin Evans is probably one of my favorite comics to ever grace the stage. But there was a comic out in LA. He said, I don't want to go up after this. Like, how dare you put this person in front of me, right? And they have no right to say no shit like that, but they do because their name is their name. And I know so many headliners that I've seen people get busy in front of them, and they get mad because they got to work now. Right. Because this person is funnier than them, and they might lose their lie to the world that because they're on a TV show or social media presence that this person is not as funny as they are. I've seen it with T Murph. I've seen it with Calvin. I'm like, yo, these are killers.
Right.
I'm saying with myself, right? Like, he funny, but is he on this show? You think, who knows why you're on this show? Who knows who you are cool with, who you fuck, who, like, whatever is the reason that you are on this show to get this show. And that's cool. I'm glad you got it. But don't make it seem like you are just a better comedian than this person. And that's what really just drives me crazy about LA at times. Even Chicago somewhat, but it's like...
Yeah, I just don't think it's fair. I think that...
It's not.
From Chicago, just being a comedian from here, it's so many different styles. Like I said, from a Hannibal Buress that I sat down and talked to Erica Clark, to, Just Niche, to funny ass Tierra, like it's such a wide spectrum, right? That you can't really gauge anything. So when they made that comment, like, I was excited because I'm like, I got a motherfucker that I know in a whole virtual reality comedy club. So now this has got my mind spinning on how the fuck do I get on some, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I could get to, how do you make a comedy club? So that was how my mind was thinking. But the and it was the angst that the person said, and they're like, how the fuck this person? And I was like, damn, bro, like we supposed to be,
that's hate.
It is hatred, but we the Mecca, right?
Right.
So even people don't understand this. Our quote unquote mid niggas is still better than most motherfuckers everywhere.
Well, used to be.
I don't think people get that. So they might be mid to you because look at the standard here.
Right.
But you put them in LA, it's a different vibe, right? So that's what I be telling people. Like, you can't gauge who you think funny here or not.
I said used to be. Yeah. I feel like it's changing with the social media content of it all.
Right.
But that's people don't have attention spans no more, man. Like, if you're not funny on a video for like 2 minutes, they might watch your special. Like, it's just not. It's a different age of like what is accessible, and I don't like that. But I'm also like an older comic, so like me, I'm like, I don't want to go make content 3 times a day. It's like fucking 3, like.
Okay, slow down. We're not going. I don't like where that was going, but
Dave, are you more comfortable stand-up wise in the LA scene versus Chicago scene?
No, LA is a layup, bro. I'm like, I just go up there and like when I come up to people be like, oh, I paid $15 for you. Like, I remember at Jokes and Notes, people would literally say to me, "You better be funny." I'm like, nigga, it costs $5 to get me.
Right, open mic night, right?
$5. Right. Why are you threatening my life for $5?
Right.
Go do what you got to do to feel good about your life, so that you are not threatening me to be funny for $5. Like, that's some bullshit to me. Out here, I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. Can we pause? My manager has called me twice
Go
right
ahead,
now.
bro. Go ahead.
I feel like something is happening that I need to answer this phone for.
Tell him it's only the biggest interview of your career.
I know. Right?
Yeah.
Hello?
I've got Kevin Parker for you.
Okay.
1 moment.
What type of Google voice should you have? It's a manager. Different.
How are you?
What's up, man? Everything good?
Say again?
Everything cool?
Everything's good. Question for you.
My manager is a black man. I went to Morehouse.
he did not sound black at all. I'm sorry.
At all.
Neither of you did. Both of y'all.
This is what I hate. This is what the fuck I hate.
He like,
about this
send me
shit,
to LA, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call about some work, motherfucker.
Swear his name was
Motherfucker, go in on him.
Hold on. I sounded white in that conversation.
Both of y'all did.
What does that mean?
Call switch each other.
Hold on.
Crazy.
Hold on.
He hit the so
Nigga,
Friday.
that's a sketch yourself, dog.
No, that's for this episode. Nigga, let's talk about that. Okay, let's get into it. Let's start there.
That's a great segue into.
This is why I hate niggas.
Yeah, so in your opinion, is the writer's room a privilege or is it a detriment to a comedian's career?
Absolutely not. Like, man, I know comics who are funny, but they have gotten elevated because they've been. Look at Deion Cole.
Yeah.
Deion Cole was in
Facts.
Conan. Like,
Right.
like Deion is funny as hell, but he's been in these rooms, and then he got to Blackish. And I don't even know if he was in the writer's room for Blackish, but I know he was in the writer's room for Conan. And you know, like I'm not saying Dion would not be Dion without these things. I'm just saying that these things all elevate you. There's a comedian out there who's very hilarious, Malik S. Right, Malik S. writes for Seth.
Shout out to Malik, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
he's written for Seth for so long that he's like a executive producer on the show. I don't think people know how like Hollywood money works.
Talk about it.
Man, you would not, and this is not. I have no idea what Malik is making. I know what I was making on shows, and I know what I made for doing comedy. When you do a comedy show, you get like, man, you did that gig. Here's this amount of money. When you are a writer on a show, this is every week for 20 weeks. If you're in a multicam show, a show with a laugh track, they give you like extended. Like when I was on Raven-Symoné, it was like it's 20 weeks. Cool. This is what I make every week. Oh, we gonna do 36 episodes now instead of 20. So that means like, oh, more money. And guess what? We finished early enough. Guess what? I can still do what I want to do comedically at night and still get the money that I make, which is a lot of fucking money, right? I just don't think people know the stakes of like what you can do if your pen game is good. Or there's a humility of not being. This is why some comics don't work in writers' rooms because they want to be the show, right? And they on the show, they be like, "Oh, nigga, he ain't funnier than me. Shut your bitch ass up. Right? Get that money, get that relationship, make that person whose show it is look great, and then the person I promise you will bless you into a situation that will help your career." Like said on a neighborhood, that's Malik S. working with. I'm sure Malik S. has punched up, said stuff so much and made it sound so good. That said is like, I need you, bro. I'm not saying that I know this, but I'm just saying I always see it and said in Malik. And Malik he's good, you know?
But Dave, did writing temper your passion or your
to do what?
I guess not passion, but did it stop you from getting on stage in any kind of way? Did your jokes change? Did you travel less? Do you think that it hindered you comedically?
I definitely want to travel less because to me the road is not appealing like that. Like I don't know why comics want to be like on the road all the time. It's not, to me, as a person who has a family, I want to be like, let's say this is my hometown, right? And this is where I feel like comedy's going right now. If I could, we have Zoom, right? So let's say I could be a writer in the room on Zoom and not have to leave Chicago or LA, Atlanta, wherever I'm living. Have you been to these cities where you go to when you're on the road?
What you mean?
Like the places.
Right.
I've been places 100 times. I
Sean,
couldn't
talk about
tell
this
you
shit. Like,
shit.
talk about this, please.
Yeah, I mean, being a road comic for over 20 years, you know what I'm saying? You can go to a place 15 times and not know shit about it because you're going from the airport. You're probably tired because I know me, I make it a point to fly on the first thing smoking because I like to get there. So I'm at the airport at 4 o'clock in the morning. I get to the space. Yeah, every time. I land, probably get some food, early check in, sleep because I haven't slept, get up, do the show, and then back at the airport at the 4 a.m. So it's cities I've been to 10 times and couldn't tell you nothing. I think the appeal to being a road comic versus a comedian with a writing job, I would have to guess what people would like is it's an ego thing.
Correct.
Right? Like, because if you working consistently like that, you could really add to the temperament that I'm the shit. Like, I'm the shit. I'm here 52 weeks, 52 of them booked. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's more ego than people liking to be tired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To that point, it is ego because you can be in LA. No one really gives a fuck. You can you'll see Kevin Hart out. Then they're like, "Oh, Kevin," they be like, "It's Kevin Hart," right? You see Kevin Hart in Chicago. Somebody getting trampled,
Right.
Because I remember, me and him did. He had an after party for a show like 2013, 2014, and women are like grabbing Kevin Hart, like Kevin. That's just not what LA is. So they come to these smaller cities, and people pay for pictures to sign a CD of some vinyl, like. and people are happy to pay it. Ain't nobody paying money to take a picture with you in LA, man. It's like,
Right.
like yo,
Right.
good show. All right, I'll see you soon. These are the fans who came to the show. But there's the level of, what's the word, man? The level of just like your need, like that people just give you in these smaller markets, Chicago included, which is the third biggest market in this country.
Yep.
Kind of eat off this stuff, bro. You know?
Yeah, I mean, Chicago is a trap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always find myself back here, but not for the same reason. Like this go round, I'm not drinking, I don't go outside, but it can get you comfortable. You know what I mean? Because you got some of the baddest chicks in the world here. You got the best food in the world here, and you could work like it because it's a clout town, right? You don't even need the money that you would need. Like LA, I had this is a true story.
What's a clout town? Like, explain that.
A clout town. Houston is the biggest clout town I've ever seen. Like, they won't even laugh if they don't know you, but they will laugh heartily at a motherfucker they do know.
That's
You know what I'm saying? So it's a status place. This is what you do place.
So Chicago,
you know what I mean?
they laugh at you more if they know you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've literally seen people that I know that rip everywhere else come here, and because they don't know them, they give them a hard
Won't
fucking
get 'em,
time.
yeah.
It's just like in Houston. I can say this in all honesty. In Houston, my name was synonymous with being mid. Like the only time mid, like I was a mid comic there.
They didn't know you.
Yeah, exactly. But when I opened up for Marlon Wayans, or if I'm opening for Michael Blackson at the Improv,
Right.
I was a monster. I got followers like a motherfucker. But if I'm in Swagger, or if I'm in one of these other places that they feel like you shouldn't be here
Right.
if you are anybody,
Right.
there was zero love.
I call that the psychology of comedy. And people don't really get into that. But to me, I'm a very cerebral person, knowledge.
Yep.
I'm always thinking about how do you make it? How do you be funny? And I feel like in my mind, funny is like 20% of it. It's like likability
Agreed.
is like
Agreed.
the same amount, but there's a level of like, do I give a fuck about you? And I don't know what that percentage, what you call that percentage, but
Right.
that's not even likability. It's just like, am I invested in who you are? Like if I don't, because people are like, who are you? And that who are you makes them feel less about you, no matter how funny you are. And I feel like I see that a lot in black rooms. Like, yeah, he funny, but
Yeah, I mean, I say this, and I might even said it on this show, but I say it all the time. The reason that I became such a strong comedian is because I'm not a likable person. So when you have to start from negative to get a person to laugh, that it makes you a lot stronger. Because some people just have a personality.
Yeah,
The people
yeah,
they
yeah.
get up there and they just you like
Yeah,
them.
yeah, you
like,
like 'em.
no disrespect, just niche. She's actually funny.
Yep.
But she has the
Also likable.
personality that
Very
people be like,
likable, yeah.
I fuck with her.
Yeah.
So she could really,
Yep.
Niche is a good comedian that could be mid, but is not.
Right.
But if she chose to ever be mid,
She'd be okay.
She could be mid,
she'd be
and
somebody
no
else-
one would care.
She'd be so many other comics.
Exactly.
When I first saw you, it was actually at one of your shows in like River North, I want to say, 2013. And I had no idea who Sean Morgan was. But you did a joke about child support and Michael Jackson that I thought was so brilliant. I said, I've never seen... People talk about how good that song is, but the song is about, it's not my child. And you said Mike was like, nigga,
Right.
I don't give a fuck. It's not my baby, and I'm a moonwalk off, and these squares gonna light up. Don't call me no more, bitch. And I was like, yo, that's a great joke.
That's a great joke.
But
yeah.
I look at, because I'm a comedian, people don't give a fuck about what's funny. They care about like, I am at a place that gives me clout. I'm here, like, you see me here at this show.
Right.
See, what he's saying is what I think. I know we talk. I ain't gonna jump into the Chappelle thing, but he has a lot of stuff working besides just the joke
Right.
that pulls people in. But I know we got to wrap and we got to get you out of here. But before we do,
Oh man, I had so much fun. I want to keep talking.
I know you got to go. You got to go work. Got to go get the Chicago money. But I wanted you on because I think I appreciate, because I feel like this is becoming the comedians podcast. And so a lot of up and coming comedians watch this. And I feel like LA you all have kind of a Chris Spencer, right? I like Chris. I think Chris is funny, but Chris has mastered this game
He's a jewel.
of comedy to be able to create a very full career, relationships, writing jobs, writing for award shows. And I feel like you're a good representative because I think the representative sometime is only if I become the biggest stand-up ever. And I'm like, if that's your only lane in this world, I don't know, right? The percentages are small. You can go for it, but the percentages are small. And I think you from the land, but you represent something that is not the funniest comedian, is not, the ego, the bravado, but it's like bravado, but you've built something.
It's funny. The podcast is called What's Funny, right?
Right.
But really, what is funny?
True.
Like it's not just like, it's very subjective. It's not like something like, it's about the mood. It's about where you're at. It's about who's saying the joke that makes you feel like I'm happy to be here in this VIP section, and this person is famous, and I'm just like laughing at him because I like this person. Funny is not funny. Funny is just so much shit.
Right.
And I would tell Mary Lindsay, shout out to Jokes and Notes, and I love Mary Lindsay. I said, Mary, I want to meet Chris Spencer, because Chris Spencer to me was the embodiment of somebody who might not get all the respect as like the stand-up, but he's an actor. He was the first host of Vibe.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like with Quincy Jones, and like, you're not gonna get handpicked by Quincy if there's not something special in you. And being out in LA, I just realized that the stand-up element that people want to do, I'm like, do you really want to be the funniest and be on the road in a hotel? Like, you don't really want that. You want to be at the point where like, and I know Kevin does, like Kevin, I don't know nobody else who is that rich who wants to be in a road like that. He don't got to be on a road like that.
Right.
But he just loves it. But the road that's not it for me. I want to be home, writing on the show, give me my checks, I'll do my...
And he's super high level on the road. So if you're going to do the road, he's doing the road. But
That
most
nigga
people ain't doing the road
He
like
the
that.
first motherfucker to ever fill up a football stadium,
Judd
bro. That's crazy.
Yeah.
If you think about
What'd you
that.
say?
Kevin was the first nigga to fill up a football stadium.
In Philly.
That's just crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think people understand how crazy that is.
Yeah.
That a stand-up comedian, because I don't know if you know the backstory, but you know who the first nigga that was really doing shit like that was filling up comedy clubs was Steve Martin. He was doing it on a level that people was like, man, this motherfucker got 1,000 people come outside. Right? And that was the shit in the 70s. Like, to get 1,000 motherfuckers to sit down. So to have a football stadium filled with people is crazy.
Well, Sean Morgan. Fun
I love he says your whole government name.
Morgan, not Sean Morgan, but Sean with an N. Sean.
Yeah.
Fun fact about myself, I am the first comedian to ever do comedy at the Rose Bowl.
That's right.
But guess what? It was during COVID and it wasn't open. So it was in the parking lot. But I am the first comedian ever in the history of comedians to ever perform at the Rose Bowl.
Take that.
And, oh, guess what I do?
I don't think I've been the first to anything.
Sorry, it's coming, bro.
Nah, I just when he said that, it made me think, what did I ever do anything?
It's cool. You still going though.
Well, you always say you're the first comedian to, and then it's your joke.
Sean,
Your jokes.
Sean, you are the first comedian to look fly in a pair of Jordan and Wranglers at the same time.
Now, I mean, so the one thing people gave me credit for, and it wasn't credit that I could take alone, it was the people that I met, right? And I was a comedian that was with a lot of athletes and rappers and shit like that. So I was like the first comedian that really was the party type comedian nigga, you know what I mean? Like at the club with the bottle type.
Jordan.
Yeah. I mean, but the Michael Jordan thing was because of Bad Boys of Comedy. Like, people don't understand this sidebar.
Okay.
Michael Jordan is a huge fan of comedy. He's a very silly dude, and he's a huge fan of comedy. So all the Bad Boys of Comedy, Comic Views, Big Black Comedy Show, he's seen all that shit. So he remembered me because I did the joke about, I said, Michael Jordan did play for the Bulls. And I was like, did he play with the teeth you got in your mouth, bitch? And he remembered that. That's why he remembered me, because I actually said his name. So what made him continue to remember me is every time he seen me, he would look at my feet and I had on Jordans. I was like, so the rumor was that I told him I got more shoes than him, which I don't know who started that stupid ass shit.
Wild.
It's a great rumor.
Yeah, but that was the rumor for years. Like, yeah, that nigga told Jordan he got more Jordans than Jordan. Like, nigga, this. Who the fuck do you think I am? But what I said to him was, and I really did say this. It was two things I said. Number one was, you won't catch me without him. Right? So that made him look at me up and down. And that's why, like, even on the Outriggers clip, I had a jacket on that never came out, because they would sponsor clothing shit, but they wouldn't give me the fucking shoes. And the second thing is, I told him when he was dropping 3-4 Jordans in one Saturday, I was like, you only appeasing to drug dealers at this point. I'm a regular nigga, bro. 4 Jordans coming out on one day is diabolical.
You told Mike this face to face?
Yeah, absolutely. We sat down.
And he was like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, no, he nodded because back then he would come out with 4 colors on one day, bro. And it was like, bro, and I told him, I was like, nigga, like, bro, you drug dealers are the only people that can keep up with it. You killing people's parents. You killing regular nigga parents right now. And I bullshit you not. Within like 6 months, they stopped doing that shit. Because and it wasn't just, it was a joke, but it was serious. Look, listen.
We got a true gem here, man.
Look, dead ass, Crucial Conflict, D Brown, Shannon Brown, they was all sitting there. So anything I ever say, I got receipts. This ain't some me sitting down in this nigga kitchen just.
There was a meeting with Michael Jordan.
We was at a club. We was at
Crucial Conflict.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
we was at a club.
Just Chicago nigga shit like
we was at a club.
Like,
We was at a club called, what was it, Sangria, across the street from Joe's on Weed Street. Oakley and Jordan used to kick it a lot in them clubs downtown, especially when they had the bike club. They would always pop into them clubs. The Buzz on Tuesday, like they was there all the time. So it wasn't even a big deal that they was there no more. Even Paget's, like these are spots that they used to always come to.
Paget's? Is that Pages? Like,
It was PA. How was it? PAJES. Yeah. But like it was certain clubs that they would always be out at, and Jordan. His VIP was different because you got kicked out of VIP until he let you re-enter VIP.
Oh, Lord.
So you had much time and space to talk to him because he didn't like a lot of niggas around him.
When he came in, you got to go.
Yeah, no, not just that. They knew, like the clubs already were primed and knew what the fuck to do. So when he came in, the music stops. There was no music.
That's weird.
They splitted the shit apart because they didn't want people bumping them. And they made sure nobody took pictures. And he went to his VIP area that they kicked everybody out because Jordan was coming. And then he was standing there with Oakley and they would point who could come the fuck back.
Well, they put like the Chicago Bulls theme song. Like,
that would have been fly. But nah, they would shut everything off, bro. Like they didn't want niggas dancing and bumping this nigga. They didn't. And it was every club. It's like they knew what to do. He come in, everything stops.
All right, bro, I know I told you I got to get you out of here. One time, LA, or not even, they don't have to be an LA comedian, but since you've been in LA, the comedian who's maybe had the most impact on you, whether it's mind frame, opportunity,
it's
whatever.
one name.
Okay.
It's one name by far. I feel like he is, right now, he has the torch of like the person of just let my mind be free in terms of like being surreal and being Black urban comic, but also just like, I don't really believe in that term of urban comedy. I feel like that's something that we came, but comedy,
funny is funny.
Funny is funny. His name is comedian CP.
CP, okay.
CP to me, hands down, is just somebody whose mind, and CP will give you a 20-minute bit. You don't really see a 20-minute bit too long. You might see a 5-minute bit, a 10-minute bit. He'll just tell one story for 20 minutes and you just be like,
yeah, I like CP.
Yeah.
But he's also a TV writer, an actor. I'm just like, this is what I think people should be aspiring for, is just not the stand-up side. Because the stand-up side is not really what comedy is no more. It's the content, the stand-up, the podcast, the acting, the writing. I feel like stand-up is dying. And that's a whole different conversation that we can get into. But for order you to make it right now, you got to be so much more than just a stand-up.
Yeah.
So CP, salute, dog.
Yeah, no,
I don't know why I'm looking for the camera, but just hey.
I mean, I wholeheartedly agree with that. I'm the quintessential. If you want to see what a one trick pony is, you can look at me and see. This ain't what you want. I'm a one trick pony. I don't want to do shit else. So,
Really?
but nah. I mean, I've been in position to do certain shit, and some people do whatever it takes to get to whatever. Me, I'm very, and it sounds horrible, but I would rather be poor with a certain brand than misbranded. And that was Bernie gave me that advice, right? He told me, he said, always be you. Because if you change you and you make it, you're gonna drive yourself crazy because you're gonna wonder if people like the real you. And you're gonna be wondering when niggas gonna find out who the real you is. So it's always best to just be you, and then that's what it is. So I'm so specific about branding that I would rather not do certain shit than to be falsely branded or just do shit because it's a bag.
I get that. I don't know if that was really the interpretation he was going after. Maybe it was, but I feel like just you evolve, right? You evolve. Like I don't think I'm any different than I was 10 years ago, but
I haven't evolved. That's what I'm saying. I am a one trick pony. So if anybody, like when people say shit, and if you notice, I never argue when people say, "Oh, he fell off or he did whatever." It's like, I mean, I kind of fell off, but it's because there is no comic view. It ain't that it's out and I'm not on the shit. It's not here no more. So you know what I'm saying?
You have other like aspirations outside of.
I'm waiting for comic view to come back.
Comedy died, and
I'm waiting for Def Jam to unban me.
And on that note, Dave, thank you so much for coming.
Oh man,
and
thank y'all.
sliding
I love
on
being
us.
home. I love being home.
Yeah,
man.
Sean, it's always great to have you. Knowledge.
Indeed.
Any words?
What's Funny Comedy Festival, September 14th through the 21st. Super dope week in store for you. We got a brunch that you're going to hear about that's kicking off the whole week. 45 amazing comics from all across the country. My man Sean Morgan is going to be in the building. What's Funny Today show is going to be in the building. So we got a live podcast we're doing in front of a live audience on September 15th with our Icon Award winner, Bob Sumner, legendary Bob Sumner, co-founder of Def Comedy Jam. And so it's going to be a great time. So looking forward to it. Check out the website, what'sfunnycomedyfestival.com.
And on that note, you know what it is. Follow us on all of our social media, and we'll check you later. Peace.